Did we already start?
Yeah, we started.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we started.
Welcome to the Adeline podcast.
Shut up,
I'm your
dude.
host,
Connor, we can't see you. Where are you at?
Mud Boots. What are you talking about?
Mud boots.
I can see him.
You can see him? I can't see him.
I
It
can
says
see
it's
him.
us.
He's right there. He got a haircut.
Yeah, I
Fully on
literally
the
just walked
sides.
out of the bathroom from getting a haircut.
That's awesome.
Nick got everything cut except his beard.
No, I'm.
Yeah, it's getting big, right? I gotta get it shaped up.
Dude, I need just a haircut in general, dude. I'm looking like I did like in high school, dude, almost.
You got the mop going.
I know. It's not gravy.
I don't mind it. Adam Freeland. Oh shit.
Is that apple juice spots?
Cranberry juice.
Whoa, Rob.
Oh, hell yeah.
You're sitting down?
I gotta
Is
sit
something,
down.
is something wrong?
I'm double fisting some cranberry juice to try to pass the urinary tract infection I have, and I got a Red Bull so I don't get a headache.
Oh,
What is
hell
this,
yeah.
period?
Yeah, I'm on my period. It's a natural
Women-
diuretic.
UTIs are for women.
Well, it's either that or a kidney stone, so I'm gonna choose the thing that's for women.
I remember when I was living on the road in the RV, I would give her UTIs like every day.
Yeah, I'm sure
That's
she's gonna love that if she ever watches this. Anyways, what was I gonna say? Dude, we have the gambling man guest in the podcast today.
Boy, should we
About
do
damn time.
a more real intro?
This is the
That was
gambling man
supposed to be
guest. His name is NickyCrack. Nick, how are you, dude?
I'm pretty good.
You look like you're living large, dude. You look like
I'm living large,
you
yeah.
look like you're living your best life.
I'm trying to.
What's new in your life, man?
Honestly, not much. That's not a good question. Everything's the same.
That's
But it's
not
going
a
all
good
right now,
question.
you know?
That's reasonable. That's reasonable, dude. No, but no change is good, dude. Right? Like that just means that
Yeah, exactly.
that means your life was great and it's still great, dude.
Exactly.
Dude, I don't think we've all four of us have been together since the Maryland trip, dude. Now that I'm thinking about it,
No, definitely not.
What a disaster that was.
it wasn't great.
It wasn't that.
It was only not a disaster for you. I feel like.
I won like almost 5K.
It was
Yeah, I felt
not
like
a
you were
disaster.
winning the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was winning.
The
I got, like,
tournament-
2 5 games were good there.
The tournament was wonderful for me, and then I lost everything I won in that tournament, plus like another $500.
I disagree. That tournament was not wonderful for me.
That was not.
I was
that
literally-
was not your day.
Like, I was down to nothing, and I bought in for, like, everything I had to this 1-2 game, and I get dealt aces, like, first or second hand, flop top set, and I'm like, this is dope. This guy bets into me. I call the river. The turn is, like, some sort of Broadway card. The guy bets into me. I raise. He goes all in. I call. The river's another Broadway card. He went runner straight. And I was just like, and I just like sat there for like a minute, just like nodding. Like I had money to rebuy, and I just didn't. Like I just like sat there, like and did
You were
nothing.
just like, time to go.
I was like, oh no.
I don't know if I've ever seen
That
Nick
was the
get
first time.
felted.
This is the first time I met Nick, and
Oh yeah, it is.
the first night there, I'm playing 1-3 with pots, and you come sit down at the table, and you're like, dude, I'm trying to go hit the sports book. I got this Korean baseball team that's blah.
Yeah, the NC Dinos.
Oh my
Did you win that?
I haven't paid attention to them in a couple of years now, but yeah.
Yeah, no.
So they crush.
I mean, they did. I think like 2019.
He did. They did. He
I think.
thinks.
Couple times.
This sounds like a
Listen.
lock, dude.
Wow.
Lock.
Sounds
But-
like a straight lock.
They didn't. What was it? They didn't.
They didn't have any Korean baseball on that sports book. on the kiosks at least.
God damn.
Yeah, it was fucked.
You just bet it on like your own book.
How do they call themselves a sports book if they don't have Korean baseball?
I know, right?
I feel like that's
Like,
not
what's
that
the point?
abnormal. Especially like a
No,
casino
that trip was
sports
bad
book.
for me.
Like I said,
Yeah,
I don't
that
think the
trip was
trip.
bad.
I don't think the trip was good for anybody other than Rob.
It started real good for me, and then it ended real bad.
Dude.
And we lost him. All right, Nick.
I got
You're our gambling man. Give us your the abridged version of how you found gambling. Like what started you gambling?
I guess playing dice at lunchtime in high school
You
for
were
like
shooting
$1.
dice?
Yeah, for $1, $2, you know. And then I didn't gamble for a long time, other than And then I guess I would play blackjack, and I guess I got into poker at that time. But I like to play like blackjack and craps for like a long time.
I gotta be honest, dude. This sounds like the beginning of like somebody telling their story at an AA meeting or something, dude. Like, I'm gonna be perfectly honest, dude. Like, with no context hopping into there, this could have sounded very bad. Anyways, all right, continue.
No, that's it. That's the answer.
Oh, that's the story? All right.
Yeah. I mean, like, I guess so.
Damn, so you're like an early starter. I'm a late bloomer when it comes to gambling, dude. I didn't start gambling until I was like 21.
Yeah, me.
Well, it's weird because I did it and then I stopped for a long time. Like I did it as like a younger teenager for a little bit, and then I stopped for I never even considered it for like years.
Yeah, but you weren't like you're not like a degenerate gambler when you're like 14. You know what I mean?
No, not at all.
CeeLo at lunch.
No.
Yeah.
It's like for fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Me and some of my high school buddies, we maybe had like, I don't know, like a dozen poker nights throughout the time I was in high school, but it was like we would have to look up the rules every time, and we were really just like, let's get together and drink and smoke weed. And it was, we weren't fucking playing poker. But yeah, Potts, I'm like you. I went to the casino. You were there I guess it was technically my second casino trip. I went for like a buddy's 18th birthday to Twin River, but I had like $60 and drugs and alcohol. So like I just got like fucked up.
And the $60 just disintegrated basically.
I put $20 into it.
You heard the nice thing about Twin River? You can go to Twin River with like $40 or $60, and then they used to just have like a $5 craps.
They do. I think they still run that every once in a while.
That's pretty good.
What about the one we saw? What about the one we played? You, me, and Vegas.
That was a $10 table.
Oh, was it? Okay.
If you go to a $5 table with $100, you could really play.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's not really a thing anymore.
And a few bad shooters even.
Yeah, as people just have no idea what they're doing.
Me and Potts used to play so much craps at the old $5 Mohegan table.
Fuck
God.
Yeah, we were $5 Mohegan Sun craps regulars.
Yeah, it was actually kind of bad.
I mean, it was awful.
I was losing, dude. I was losing.
Yeah, I was losing too. I was hemorrhaging.
It was sometimes great though. I mean, it was definitely fun.
IBG, we were running like absurdly hot, maybe for like several different times at a time. Yeah, and then But like, dude, we were getting smoked.
Hard to get ahead in that game, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so. It's not like a game where you can like increase your volume to capitalize on your edge.
Realize your win rate.
Yeah, it's not how it works.
When you started with blackjack, what got you into other games? Like, were you out there just YouTube and shit, how to play everything?
So
else,
I only knew how to play blackjack. I don't know why, from family or something. I feel like my parents taught me, maybe even they don't even gamble, but I feel like I just always knew how to play blackjack. So when the first time I went to a casino, I played blackjack just because I was all right, I know how this works. But then I guess somebody introduced me to playing craps, and it was super confusing at first. but I guess that's like the first other game I played. But then playing on the apps was the first time that I ever played poker seriously at all. Like where I was actually like thinking about it and like playing it more than like a couple hands randomly here and there. Before that, I'd only played poker like 5 times. Maybe,
What'd you start on? PP poker?
Poker 2.
Oh, that's
Two.
right,
Remember
dude.
that poker 2
Oh,
with
I
2 R's?
remember.
Connor actually.
Like, I was
Connor
in
has
this,
some bad
like,
experience
Facebook
with that
group.
app.
I have a very bad.
Why don't you out him? Why don't you out him, dude? Why don't you out the club?
I don't even remember the name of the club.
All
I'm
right.
sure
Well,
I could
we're gonna find
it.
out. I'm gonna run a seminar or a segment called "Scammers Revealed." So all
Yeah.
you guys like hopping around at
hell
private
yeah.
app games, don't get fucked up.
I think it was like Deep End Poker or something. Something like Deep whatever. I don't know. But it was this Poker 2 club. They ran a daily 1-2 PLO game. And it was so insanely fucking soft. And like I was also running pretty good, but it was
And those games play huge.
dude, the games played huge. The players were horrendous. And I was running really well for like maybe a month and a half. And like and they would cash you out automatically the next day. So like they ran a game the next morning, you would get cashed out. And I was consistently, I think I was maybe up like 3-4K over a few weeks, and then I had one monster session. I won almost 2,000, maybe a little more, and they were like,
And they booted you.
well, they were like, hey, like, we're waiting on some people to send. Like, can we just get you later? And I was like, yeah, sure. So then I bought in again that night. I ran it up again. I won over 1,000 that night again. And then the next day, blocked from everybody, out of the club. So yeah, they beat me for like 3,200 or something.
It's the rough shit about those private apps, dude. I think it was Rob who was telling me this the other day, like where you basically you have to like expect that you're not gonna get paid.
Yeah, and I would deposit like $200 to $250. I would come in 100 big blinds pretty regularly.
Right, but it sucks because it's
just
like even if like you're not like risking that much, it's like just like a negative free roll basically. Because if you
Like
don't,
when I won that tournament, Connor, on that club, that Poker Bros club that you put me onto, like the moment that it was like a little less than 9K. It was like 8,800 or something. And like the moment that the tournament was over, I was like, I'm already nervous about getting paid out. You know what I mean? It was like I almost couldn't sleep that night because I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna get. I did get paid out though.
I mean, at least listen, like
but
all
they,
things
like-
considered, like at least you got something, right? Like I mean,
I
it
got
could have
a
been
vast majority of it.
it could have been
You
much
got-
worse.
I
Like
think
that
it
dude was a
I think it was
scumbag,
80%.
but
He is a scumbag.
Was
Yeah,
this
I worked with him a
Yeah.
ton out in LA, and like even when I moved back, like, dude, I hung out with that dude. Like, I saw him at a game 5 nights a week for the entire year I was out.
why don't you
there.
guys explain the story just so like Rob and the viewers are in the loop here.
Yeah, so I lived in Los Angeles for about a year, and I made the only job I had was dealing home games and like doing some stuff for like Poker Bros and stuff like that. But it was mainly in the home game scene, like 1-2 to 5-5, and there was this guy who was at like every fucking home game. I was dealing one spot 3 nights a week, and he was there every single time. Sometimes we ran games together. As like one-offs, he wasn't like a consistent game runner. He was mainly an agent and a player. That's what he did. And when I moved back to the East Coast, he set me up as an agent under him in a Poker Bros club. So I got Nick and a few other players. And he had done some like kind of sketchy shit in the past, like nothing like crazy. But like he was very clearly, he didn't have friends. He had people that he knew that could make him money. And as soon as Nick hit, I think it was around 9K you hit.
Yeah, it
And
was like
he paid-
8,600, 8,800.
Yeah, and he paid out, and I.
What was the tournament again? It was some like $60 freeze out, right? And
It was a $35 with an add-on.
yeah, and you got you got like second place, right?
Second place, I just like it was like the most unbelievable sun run like ever. It was like, I mean, it was also like during COVID, so there was like unlimited people playing.
I was gonna say it had to have been like a 1,200 person field.
There was so many people in this tournament, dude.
Yeah, dude.
And I
remember this tournament. Like
it was insane.
Was over 10K every.
Yeah,
it
was
ran
16
every night.
Yeah, I mean, like I was hitting everything that night. Like I couldn't have lost no matter how I had played.
Yeah. Must be nice.
That was like 5.5 years ago.
It was, yeah. And then, but then he paid out 80% of it, and he said the union
in like small
charges,
pieces too.
Yeah. He said the union charges a 20% tax on like wins over 5,000 or something.
Yeah, that's what
and
it was.
Like such bullshit because that union had like 25, 50 5-card PLO games running, and they had like $300-400 buy-in tournaments. So there's no fucking chance.
Yeah, 20% fucking tax over 5K means nobody's winning.
Chance that they're taxing that on top of all the rake they're making.
So it wasn't even like an MTT tax.
That was crazy.
That's insane.
He said it's a tournament tax. Yeah, it's it was
MTT tax.
Such like unbelievable amounts of bullshit.
But we played it cool though because like I didn't want him to not pay at all, so we played it like, that's totally
of course.
Fine, man.
Of course, there's like you're handcuffed. You can't argue with him.
That piece. Yeah, we had nothing. We had nothing we could do. Really, you know.
No, if you argue with him,
but at the time, I was
all you do is
happy
risk getting burned.
To hit that anyway. I didn't really care.
Yeah, I mean, it was still a great score.
It's fucked up regardless.
It's very fucked up.
He tried to burn you for like $2,100.
I'm no longer in contact with him or pretty much anybody else from LA because I was like, I don't think
everyone from LA is a fucking scumbag.
I know. Most of the guys that I knew out there, I was like, they're gonna see this dude all the time. So I was just like, fuck them all. And now I have one contact down in LA who's still awesome.
We should get him on here at some point, dude.
Yeah, that'd be.
We should get him on
here.
That'd
be. He probably doesn't even remember.
Rick Solomon.
Yeah, it's Rick Solomon.
Rick Solomon.
Oh, Connor. Hold on. Actually, I gotta ask everybody except Rob in this because Rob already knows the answer. All right, Nick, you get $100 million. All right, but you can't gamble the rest of your life. Do you take it?
Yes.
Okay.
Easy.
Okay. All right. So I gotta explain some context here. So
hold on. Time out. What happens if I take it?
Okay. $2 million.
Shit. I can't hear you, Rob. Yes. Hold on.
Yes, I take $2 million for sure.
And you never gamble again? That's it. I don't believe that.
What about like in international waters or whatever?
No.
What? No, you can't gamble the rest of your life. That's the rule.
Wait, what happens?
Any form of gambling the rest of your life.
What happens?
I'm doing it for $2 million for sure.
What happens if I take the money and I do gamble? Am I just like automatically?
No, you die immediately.
Oh,
can I invest in like crypto and like penny stocks and stuff?
Yeah, I was gonna say there is probably some like Nick would be dead within a week.
No day trading. You can only invest in index funds.
Listen, either way,
what about
all right?
Like I would definitely take it. I mean, you'd be such a scumbag to not take that as a regular person.
Dude, I gotta explain some context here.
To say no.
Hang on. So
children, I have to take.
Hold on. So on the new season of High Stakes Poker, if you guys haven't watched it yet, you guys got
JRB, right?
You gotta watch it. It's it's one of the largest games I've ever seen in my entire life. It's just massive, dude. They're like straddling to like 16K and shit. But so anyway,
Wait, 1 sec. Before you go into it, is this new season? Are there like poker players, or is it like?
The lineup is like Charles Yu, Rick Solomon, JRB, Andrew Roble, and some other guy.
Dude,
I don't know.
Roble is like
All right,
killing it in these games.
Yeah.
I'm in.
But anyway, so
All right, anyway, continue.
so Rick Solomon's like, and forgive me for my shitty Rick Solomon impression, but he's like, Jeremy, you get $100 million, all right? You can't.
Your Rick Solomon impression is my impression of you.
Yeah, it is. That's the exact.
All right, whatever. Anyway, so Rick Solomon's like, Jeremy, you get $100 million. You can't gamble the rest of your life. Do you take it? And just without even skipping a beat, Jeremy's like, absolutely not.
Like he was like, he even asked. He was like, absolutely not.
He was like insulted, like that he even asked that.
I guess he's already like kind of rich enough that he gets to basically do close to whatever he wants, other than like owning jets and shit.
There's no way that man has $100 million to his name.
No, but he's probably got like $10 million.
$1 million or $2 million to us.
But like, what would he do? What would he like? I know what I would do.
What would he do?
I would travel a ton. I would get insanely good at golf. I would go to like sporting events and like concerts and live shows. Like I would have so much to do. Plus, I have children.
So Nick, we had dude, we had a good run though for going for nightly casino trips. How long did that last for? You think? Honestly.
9 months.
No, dude, shut the fuck up.
I think 9 months on and off, 2 months really consistent.
There's no way it lasted 9 months, dude.
Wait, how long do you think it was?
3?
No, you could be right, man. I don't really have a good perception.
Well, now you're making me question it, because, like, dude...
I felt like it was months and months and months, dude.
Maybe, like, 6. Like, we'll go in the middle and say 6, but, like, I don't know, dude. Me and Nick were working, like minimum wage job, and, like, playing craps every night.
Just running it up.
No, not quite, dude.
We were running it down.
I was gonna say we would drive home sometimes, and we would be like, Potts, like, we need to go to the bank before we go home here, because I gotta deposit this cash before my account overdraws.
Yeah.
Like we're sending Venmo transactions fucking off a credit card to to each other, and then sending it back, and then instant withdrawing.
Yeah, you'd be like, let me Venmo you from my credit card.
Cash advance my credit cards. Dude,
because you only pay 3%.
Oh, this was back in the day
right?
This was back in the day.
Yeah,
you didn't pay anything now.
Venmo would make you pay 3%.
It didn't used to.
No, I'm telling you, it does. Now it makes you pay way more. Before it made you pay 3%.
Really? I was pretty sure that it didn't make you. I was pretty sure it didn't make you pay anything.
That's not even bad though. 3%.
No, 3% is nothing.
Now the move. Listen, if you want to withdraw all your cash off your credit line, like just hard cash credit line, just fucking put money onto any sort of gambling site.
Yeah, that is the
play
move.
A couple hands and withdraw. Yeah.
You gotta play a little bit though. They won't just let you withdraw.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, because
like...
money laundering. It's like you're at money laundering thing or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, because that's true. I've never actually done that before, because by the time I did that, I think I stopped trying to run my credit line into the ground. But
all my bread on Global is from my credit card.
Yeah, but that's not like all the money you have to your name. You know what I mean? Like that's like it's.
You
it's
play
different.
on Global?
Yeah, dude, the games are.
They have like a special thing going on right now, right?
I'm not
nightly,
sure.
Some sort of like nightly tournament series or something.
Oh yeah, I'm sure Rob's all over that, dude.
No, you don't play.
I'm sure Rob's all over that, dude.
It's like
I just play cash.
I'm gonna tell you right. I'm gonna tell you right now,
Nick. Like circuit ring.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Nick. I think Rob has maybe played the amount of MTTs like he's played. You could count on both your hands.
Oh wow!
You can count it on one hand.
No, that's not true. That's definitely not true.
All right, yeah. It's probably like 10, 9 or
I was gonna say. I think it's.
Did you play that MTT in DC, Maryland?
No,
whatever it was. You didn't, right?
No.
No, he went to play the worst 2-5 game outside of Saracen.
Yeah, the game was actually kind of miserable.
Yeah, you hated it.
Well, I think Rob warned us ahead of time. He was like, dude, the games are not good at Maryland Live.
We didn't give a fuck. We were there for a tournament.
Yeah,
I
dude.
tried to like bluff some guy there, like do street bluff with ace jack off, and I never improved. And he just had aces and just called.
He said aces. I remember.
Yeah,
Snapped
and you were
off.
standing right behind me. Yeah, I remember that. You came over, and I was like, I'll play one more hand, and I just decided to do this like outrageous thing,
That's
and got
usually how it
stacked
goes.
by like an old man with aces. And he like slow rolled it too. He was like scared to turn it over, like it was just one pair, you know.
Dude, he was not gonna fold aces. It didn't really matter what the board was.
Yeah.
Dude, getting old guys to fold aces is like never a good move. I witnessed Rob go on turbo tilt, try to make some guy fold aces at Mohegan Sun one time, and it was, dude, I didn't see Rob get that tilted that often at that time, but he was not happy.
I feel like the only time I get tilted in poker is on Poker Bros. Poker Bros, just like looking at the little fucking emojis, like the little avatar characters, when he's getting pummeled, is something about it that gets under your skin.
I know that definitely gets you like mad, but that I can't even not argue like that's not true. I've seen you get so tilted at live poker before.
At live poker, yeah, I guess at live poker. I mean, poker is just a fucking tilting game.
When you first moved to Texas, dude, I remember you would call me on some like screaming hand histories to me over the phone, sometimes.
When you were doing your best impression of a Euro reg, not playing bomb
like
pots.
Bro, some of these hands, they didn't even have bomb pots back then.
I have this
Like,
one hand history. I almost feel like I could recite it at this point, dude. Fucking how it's like imprinted into my brain from how angry he was. It was the
There was just so much crazy shit that everyone was doing.
Going down in Texas, yeah.
Bro, I played a hand on stream. I played a hand on stream yesterday where a guy like check jammed pocket fives on like king 4-3.
Oh, hold on. Rob, you gotta tell them about the 10K pot.
I told him.
The 10K pot.
Oh.
That you witnessed. I was about to say, how have we been talking for 30 minutes and you haven't told me about a 10K pot you fucking played?
I didn't say that. This is the single craziest hand I've ever shared with.
Just lock it, everybody. Just listen and let him
hold
talk.
on. Let me get the notepad up here.
All right. While Rob is finding that, Nick, what's the strangest thing you've ever bet on?
I mean, I guess like the like boring answer is Korean baseball or like
It's not really that boring.
stuff. I'm trying to think.
What about those Facebook coin flips you were doing back in the day?
That's the answer, dude. That's the answer.
What? Please tell me
Yeah, I
you're
used to
talking about
play coin flips.
Dude,
for
I
10%
can't
commission
believe I remembered that,
on
dude.
Facebook Live against people.
Dude, people were
it would be
doing
like,
Facebook
we each
live
throw in-
stream and flipping a fucking quarter, and people would bet on it.
When we each threw in a hundo, and then the guy would, the winner would get 190. And
God.
the house, I guess, would take $10,
That's
and they
a
would flip a
massive
coin
hit.
for us. Oh yeah, and then also they would do like these bingo balls, like type things, where like everybody would put in like $20 and do like 50 people. Win,
That's like
$1,000
much
if you get
more
both.
reasonable though, dude. That's
Yeah,
like
the coin flips were like.
Dude, this is
Real
like
deal.
Connor. Just to give you some context, this is like the first time I ever like hung out with Nick outside of work, and you were just like, and you were like, "Yo, Potts, you want to get on this?" And I'm like, "What the fuck is this, dude?" Like, this is before I even really gambled. I think.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, I gotta say, Nick. Here's a good question I think to ask you, Connor. I don't know if really Rob can answer this. Do you think I was a worse influence on Nick? Or do you think Nick was a worse influence on me?
I think Nick was a worse influence on you.
Really?
I would imagine, yeah.
I will say
I feel like it's
at
pretty
the
close,
casino. Hold on, at the casino, I think I'm the worst influence.
I agree.
I don't know. Here's why I think that.
I think outside of the casino, he's the worst influence.
I think that for a very specific reason, and I'm still upset about it. Is Potts, you and me always gamble. Like we went to the casino together, not nearly as much as you and Nick, but our gambling stories were like up until you got good at poker. I was just like a couple months ahead of you. So like I started going to the casino after our first trip and playing a ton of blackjack. And then like you started going a bunch and we overlapped a little bit. And then I was like, you know what, dude, I found out about this fucking game called Craps and it's amazing. And I tried to get you to play Craps with me for like a month and a half. And you were like, no, like I'm playing blackjack, I'm a blackjack player, and I was fucking begging you.
You know what it was, though? You know what it was?
Poker.
I just want to say, I'm not going to obviously finish your story.
I remember this.
But listen, there's nothing worse than going up to a table, though, and not knowing the rules of the game.
I know, but I was going to be your Sherpa.
I know, I get it. I get it, but I just like... And that's an intimidating game to learn how to play.
It is an intimidating.
There's a lot of fucking bets, dude. Like...
It looks scary.
Then I start deciding I'm gonna be a 1-2 pro, and I stop playing table games. I start playing the poker room, and I find out like a week later, you and Nick are going on this fucking craps adventure, and I'm like, what did this motherfucker say that I didn't to get Potts to a craps table?
Honestly, dude, I'm trying to think about that. I don't know what it was.
I don't know what happened there.
I wish Nick had steered me in a little better direction of how to play craps, because I gotta say I play probably the worst crap strategy of like anybody.
I think that's
you play worse than me.
I think that's where you might be right, Ponce. That at the casino you're the worst influence.
Yeah.
Because I would imagine some of your antics at a craps table were all straight original from your head. I don't think you were shown those.
What, like the parlay hard ways and stuff, or like what, like
yeah, like that. Yeah.
I mean, dude,
or just like when it starts going bad, you just like start betting 12 for like $25 a roll, and just like hope to hit it one time.
It sometimes works, you know, like.
Sometimes. Yeah.
I mean, dude. I mean, honestly, Nick, how much money have you seen me win in a single crap session before? It's probably been like you've probably seen me win a lot.
Over $1,000, and our buy-ins were never more than like 200.
Yeah, so like, I mean, when I win a lot, but this is the thing though.
I think that
so often me and Nick would have very varying results. Like,
yes,
you know what I mean? Like, if I won,
playing right next to each other.
But I'll say if I won, usually Nick probably won too. But just because Nick won a lot does not mean that I won. Like, I would say I've gotten buried before and Nick's walked away like a huge winner because Nick just like played like 52 across and every number hit, and I'm like I'm like hopping like random numbers and like playing and just doing horn bets the whole time. Like,
yeah.
Was one of Nick's buddies I think played craps with me one time, and he was like, I don't understand why Potts plays craps. You should just play roulette.
Oh yeah, yeah.
All right, Rob, is this the hand?
This is the hand, yeah.
All right. Well, it does. I feel like it does ruin the surprise of it a little bit here, but
that we're staring at it.
Yeah, I mean, like, cause
look, we can stare at it all you want, but here, let me paint the picture for you.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Please do.
So, it's 2-5. We're playing 2-5. No straddle. Everyone is super deep. I got 2 or 3K in front of me. The two whales at the table have 5K in front of them. They cover everybody. It's this guy Killa K, who is like this Indian lunatic, and it's this dude. What was his name? It's just like this out of towner, who like I sat down. He's like, I'm collecting purple chips. I'm like, I'm sure you are.
He wasn't doing that much collecting after this.
Like
I think,
what?
dude.
No, dude. This guy ordered like the largest bag of McDonald's I'd ever seen. It was like enough McDonald's to like feed a family of 4. He orders it right to the lodge, so he's like grubbing while this is all happening. And
this is like such irrelevant details today.
This is such a BDC story.
just let him talk, Nick. Let him talk.
No, it is.
Don't
dude.
derail.
Like,
Don't derail the story,
I'm surprised
dude.
I didn't see leftover sloppy J's on the
Rob!
in the cup holders. Anyway, so I look away for 1 second. I look back, and there's a limp pot going on. Low jack limp, high jack limp, small blind completes, and the big blind checks. And they go straight to a flop, 20 in the middle, queen 7 deuce, 2 diamonds. It goes check.
I also want to just point out, this is a limp pot. Just keep this in mind,
limp pot. No, it's a limp pot. Ronald McDonald, the whale, we'll just call him, but he's a hijack. He bets $45 into 20. He just snap bets 45. And then the small blind's tanking there. Small blind's a reg. I'm sure he had some sort of big draw, but he's tanking and thinking he calls. And then literally beats everybody into the pot. Killer K snaps, raises to $545. At this point, my eyes are already wide, oh my God, what's going on? And then I see the McDonald's winner. He looks over and he goes, I'm all in. And he shoves $5K into the middle, just pushes all his chips in. Killer K, he looks down at his hand, he goes, I got a call. Puts in a chip to call. Right, the run that's the 3 hearts. River is the deuce to club. Sorry, King gets diamonds. River is the deuce to club. And this guy shows queen 7, and Killer K shows aces. And he sees the aces, but he doesn't realize it's counterfeit, so he starts cheering.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we all, everyone's the rest of the table is quiet, because we're damn, dude, this is fucking 10K pot. Literally 2,000 big blinds just went into the middle, and this guy had aces. And we're how did this happen? And he shuffed out on him. Killer K is stacking this, all these chips, and this guy's looking at his decimated chip deck. It's literally the felt. He's looking at the felt in front of him. And he goes, well, that's it for me. And he grabs this huge bag of McDonald's and leaves.
Oh.
2 minutes after he leaves, Killer K looks at me. He's like, yo, this guy left his orange. He goes, it's unopened. He takes it and starts drinking it.
This guy Killer K is a sicko, huh?
Oh, he's just so fuck.
I mean, anybody who calls here with aces is sick.
Yeah, they're
sick.
just they're looking at their can't fold now.
Dude,
But it's he has a set always, right?
Dude, what is he doing
Dude,
raising?
I'm shocked he had 2 pair. 2 pair. Imagine this, you get 3-bet jammed on for $5,000 in a 2-5 2 pair. You're not even really expecting 2 pair. You're expecting top set.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to expect because I never expect that.
No. And you see 2 pair. You should be cheering that you see 2 pair because you have outs against 2 pair.
Right. Yeah, you're so dead against a set. It's not even fucking funny. You have 2 outs.
Well, you have 2 outs. It's just one of the craziest things I ever witnessed, dude. And the fact that Killer K was he left his orange juice. He was pumped. He came up on a free unopened
They have free drinks there, right?
They do, but they don't have OJ there.
What do they have? Water and coffee, pretty much, right?
Yeah, they have water and Red Bull and shit.
Yeah.
Soda.
I feel when I went there, they had a huge cooler full of drinks. No, a big fridge.
Did you go there? Did you go there to the new lodge or did you go to the old lodge, Nick, when you went there?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
I've been to both.
Did Doug?
I remember when Nick came.
Were you there?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you. I didn't know you guys linked up.
Yeah, I literally saw him. I saw him at the lodge, dude.
Oh, nice.
You don't remember when they were playing with Big Daddy?
Oh
Chaz?
my God, dude! You guys are such fucking losers, dude.
No, it was a post stream game. It was me, BDC.
Fuck you guys.
Fuck
Mike. You guys. This joke is so fucking old and dumb and not even remotely funny at this point.
And Pierre and Doug Polk came by and said what's up to all of us.
Yeah, we were showing with DP.
All right. Anyways,
Oh my god. You were saying the weirdest thing you ever bet on was Facebook coin flips.
Yeah.
I don't think I can beat that, but I did go on a run playing bet online virtual camel races.
Oh, hell yeah.
And the best part is you can skip the race. Like they have the little
Skip the result.
animation of these camels racing. So I would bet.
God.
I would choose
Connor,
camels.
what?
I would hit start race.
This isn't real.
and
like you're making this up.
This is real. No, this is real. I would hit
No, and it
start
just
race
goes right to the result, right?
and then skip race. I would go start skip. I probably bet on like 30 of them in like 5 minutes.
If you play roulette on like a bookie site, they have that feature too, where you can skip
You
the
can
spin,
skip the
and it just
spin.
shows you where the answer or whatever, or what ends up happening.
Yeah. Well, Potts, there's a story to this. I didn't just like log on one day.
I don't know if I
decide
want to hear the story to
to
this, to
look
be
at the
honest, dude.
virtual camel race. No, so I deposited, and I had like $30 left. I was gonna play a bunch of tournaments that night.
Rob, turn your screen share off, by the way.
Oh.
It's taking up the screen. There we go.
So I had like this schedule of tournaments I was gonna play, and I forgot to register for one, and I like missed it. So I had like $30 or $40 left in my account.
Yeah, so
And
you gotta dust it off somehow.
So I went on the mini blackjack that's like on the side of the screen.
Oh,
while
yeah.
you're playing, and I ran it up to like $500.
Okay,
Like, I
then
just went on a
you're
tear.
done. You're done.
That's what I thought, but I had a deposit bonus, so you have to play through a certain amount. So like played
dude,
You need to play through like $10,000.
Dude, it's the biggest scam in the
It's
world, dude.
such
I think I've
bullshit.
only
So,
known
like-
one time where somebody actually played through the deposit bonus. Nick, that was fucking when Fields did that shit, right?
I knew that's what you were gonna say, dude.
Yeah.
That was the craziest run I've ever seen anyone go on.
So that's how I found the camel race, because what I realized
That
was
makes
like,
sense.
I was like, okay, I have $500, like I can't withdraw it. I have to keep playing blackjack. So I played a ton of blackjack. I ran it up even more. I think it was like 800 or 900. And I was like, okay, I have to be close to the playthrough because they have this little tracker. And I checked, and it had gone up like 2%. And I was like, what the fuck is this? So blackjack, it's only like 5% of your bet counts towards the playthrough. But
Dude, that's
slots-
insane, bro.
Yeah. So
That's
if you have a
good odds for
$1,000
you.
playthrough, and you do a $100 bet, you're only knocking off $5. So I looked at the list of like what games and what it is, and for like the virtual racing and slots, it's 100%.
Yeah.
So
that
whatever
makes
you
sense.
wager, that actually
I feel like you
goes
probably
towards
should have
your
just done
thing.
slots, dude.
So I did. I was
want you to play
ripping
that shit.
slots. I was ripping slots, and I won a little bit, and I was like, dude, I bet I can do this quicker with these races. And you can pick like a bunch of horses, you know what I mean? Or camels or whatever. I started on horses, and I lost like $100, and I was like, you know what? I think the camels are gonna be better for me. So I started ripping through virtual camel races, and this story has a good ending. I started with that like. When I realized I was fucked with the playthrough, I had 900. I ended up cashing out 1,400. I couldn't
that's great.
lose playing all of their bullshit little games.
You might be the only other person I know who's played through the bonus. I actually kind of remember you
I
telling
did
me
it.
about this now. So yeah, I
It
guess
was
I know
insane.
2 people who've done it, but
It was absolutely.
dude, people
insane.
get fucked up from that all the time. That's why I never do deposit bonuses, because I just never am going to see that money again.
Yeah.
Unless the deposit
didn't-
bonus could be done through
yeah.
poker, which almost never does, then like it doesn't matter.
No. I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't know about it, and I was just like,
That's how they get you.
I don't even know if that deposit triggered the bonus. Because
Or if you already had it from before.
I think I had it from before because I had like 30 or 40 bucks in my poker account, but when I transferred it to play those games, it was like I had an extra like 25 bucks. So that it must have been from an earlier deposit that the playthrough was still there. Or I don't know what it was, but yeah, I thought when I first saw that I had a playthrough, I was like, oh, I will be cashing out $0. Like I'll never see this money. And then the Campbells were good to me, bro.
Dude, Rob, I can't believe they didn't have that craps and that roulette table running at Twin River. at our like spot, dude. Remember we had to go to the other part of the casino.
They just moved it. They moved it.
I know, but like remember they had the they had the craps table and the roulette table like right next to each other right there. That was my zone, dude.
That was a fun trip. It's Bally's. It's Bally's now.
That's Bally's now, dude. I like the action there, dude. We always got like decent games there. Every time we go there.
Yeah. Yo, Pots, you remember that huge pot I played at Twin River against that young Chinese kid and that old dude?
Oh, how could I forget?
That was nuts. Man.
You play some like
I think about that often.
I've never seen anybody play like a 5-bet pot with like King 10 suited before.
No, I had aces.
Oh.
No, you didn't.
Oh, you're talking about when I sucked out on that guy.
Yeah, dude, you got it in.
That pot.
You got it in against top set with King High and a backdoor flush draw, and you went runner on him.
Yeah, that was dope also.
I mean, yeah.
Twin River, only in the Northeast you see like so many fucking I played 1-2 when I was there at Twin River. Like right when I got there, they set us at 1-2. Remember, Pot? And
I don't remember that, but I believe you. Yes.
Not together. I sat at 1-2.
I remember. Yeah.
And it was like, the table was whack. Like the action was kind of whack.
Some of the tables are bad.
There's a bunch of these like union laborers, and they were all talking about like work and like these people. They're like, oh, I know Jimmy.
That's exactly what it is.
I know Jimmy Sullivan. He's from Taunton. And
you know where it's also like that at? MGM is like that too.
Yeah.
MGM Springfield's like that too.
That's only something you see up there though. Like everywhere else I've played, I've never run into some like fucking people who like to talk about like, you know, how many degrees of separation is between there is between each other. It's like, oh,
that is true.
I know. Like everywhere else, they're like they just are down and.
We're talking about what their favorite brand of joist hangers is. Yeah, like.
Yeah.
And like what kind of LVLs they need to use to hold up the property. Yeah.
Also, yeah, the action sucks in the Northeast. I'll just say it right now. I'll tell you that right now. It sucks compared to everywhere else in the country.
Yeah. No, it's not good.
I mean,
but you go to Maryland or like Philly apparently, and it's way better for some reason.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's way better.
I can't speak
I got
for
great
Philly.
action in Maryland. I just didn't hold.
The action at Encore is pretty good.
Oh wait, actually, hold on. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll step back for a second. The action at Encore is great.
Yeah.
I'll even say the action at Twin River is good too.
The 510 at Encore was miserable.
That I'm not surprised about.
That's the biggest or second biggest game in the room. That doesn't surprise me.
That's probably the worst game in New England. Would be my guess.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You know why that game is bad? It's because on the weekends they get a 25-50. So the Whales are playing that game. They're not playing.
Encore gets a 25-50 going?
Not every weekend, but most weekends they get 25-50.
Dude, remember
what's the min buy-in for that?
They get 10-20 PLO too.
Dude, MGM was getting a 10.25 game running every week.
It's 10.25. It's 10.25. The cap is 5K, and then like anywhere else, like the 510 at Twin River, crazy, like off the fucking rails. The 510 at Mohegan, also really good. I've never played the 510 at Mohegan, but I could speak to the 510 at Twin River just being like a really solid game if you ever like going to play a bigger game.
They were getting a 10.25 game running like regularly at MGM for a little while. I don't know if it still runs, but and that game looked honestly. When I looked at that game, that game looked good. I was thinking about maybe getting a loan.
Whenever I've seen them play bigger games at Springfield,
Rob's face
have that little back room. It always looks like it's not all grinders. Like it looks like just like a bunch of random dudes, like people drinking and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's people coming in from like New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the MGM there. The 2.5 even is like pretty good there. There's a lot of shitty players.
What at Springfield?
Yeah.
Nah, I hate that fucking casino, dude.
Dude, I think
You know what it is? I don't like that city. It's not like I don't like the casino. I don't like that city.
I have fond memories there. Dude, the people get followed home all the time from like the card rooms in Texas, which is kind of shitty.
I remember when that was like a big deal.
L.A. too.
Yeah,
There
it was a big deal. I got escorted to my car yesterday after playing with DQ.
You got a what?
Escorted to my car.
Oh, did you? Yeah. You might as well.
I won
dude.
a slot jackpot, and they offered me an escort at Jamesburg Field, but I wasn't leaving anyway. So
They offered you an escort?
They said, "Do you want an escort to your car?"
Okay.
Yeah.
And I was like, "I'm not leaving." And they were okay.
And he got there, and there was a Brazilian woman waiting for him.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh,
Dude, dude, at what point do you think you should just get a box over there, Rob?
Yo, I was about to get a box, but then they make you sign all this paperwork. Basically, they like are not liable for anything that goes missing in your box.
Don't get a box.
The IRS can look into your box.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, like if you're under investigation, they can go into your box and see what is in there. And then also, like, you need to sign off that you're not going to put any guns in there or anything like that, which obviously I'm not going to do. But it's just, like, too many stipulations. I was about to get a box, but I was like, nah, I'll take my chances.
what does it cost?
Huh?
What does it cost? Anything?"
It costs it's $100 a year to have a box.
That's not bad. But, yo, I wouldn't. I forget who it was.
At the Bellagio.
At the Bellagio.
Oh, this got
Recently.
tweeted about
It
recently.
was like a
I saw
high
this.
stakes player. It's like a high stakes player.
Yeah,
But that's a
I
real
forget
thing
who
that
it
can
was.
happen.
Yeah, his
And it's like, why am I taking that risk?
What was the what was like the outcome of that? I know like he was tweeting about it actively when like he couldn't get into his
I
box,
don't
but like
remember.
No,
whatever.
they basically said they're not liable. I heard a podcast
Yeah.
recently. I
But
can't
what
remember which
but
one
what
where they gave
what
like
happened though, right? I mean, like I just
someone.
He lost his key, and they drilled into it. Like, he gave his authorization, and they drilled into it to open it, and it was empty. Which means at some point, somebody with a key, whether it was staff at the Bellagio or like someone somehow got a hold of his key and there's no other check and balance other than I got the key,
yeah.
and got all the money in there. You know, I mean, if they're not like asking for ID and shit, I guess it's possible somebody who knew he had the box stole his key
Well, that would explain the missing key.
and went to it. But
They'd have to know which box it is too, though, right? It's not like he can just.
yeah,
it's not like it's
it's
written
not
on
like
the key.
no, would that be? I mean, if it was, that'd be so fucking stupid.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, dude, I have no idea.
That's weird.
Yeah, it ended with your beat. Like, you don't get the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
And
they don't keep
I
any of
would
that shit on
rather-
record. I
I'd
guess.
rather.
Right?
No, they can't. They're not allowed to.
Yeah. That little box is considered like your private property.
For the safety deposit.
So I would like, yeah, I would rather someone come and rob me and like fucking do what they have to do, like, you know, put a gun to my head or whatever, than like have the money, like be there and like have someone take it out of there, and it's like I don't even know.
Yeah,
what's
I
going
guess
on,
I guess
you know,
probably
it's like
most likely.
they're blindsided.
I guess most likely the amount you would have in your box would probably be more than what you would have on your person at one time. So it's like it's a much bigger loss, probably.
Yeah, it's a huge, like, dude, players will have like 100K in their box.
Right. Like I mean, like I personally, I never,
be fucked. I'd get fucked.
I never go to a casino with like more than like 3 or 4 buy-ins. Like, you know what I mean? That's just like not like I don't think that's necessary.
Yeah, and if you get beat for that much, like if someone comes and fleeces you or like robs you for like however much,
If you're
4
fucked,
buy-ins.
if you're fucked from getting fleeced by that much, you shouldn't be walking around with it.
Yeah, I agree.
And like I'm not saying I haven't done that, but like I'm just saying like you can't be upset if it happens, you know?
Yeah, remember we were at Biloxi and we were walking around with a lot
Oh
of
my
money.
god, dude. Yeah, no, that would like
That was like all your money and it was all my money, and we were just walking around.
that
with,
was
like,
that was a very
Yeah, no,
poor poor decision on both of our parts.
That's reckless.
Dude, it was like, we went to like, it looked like Atlantic City, dude. Fucking like the gas station we were at was like insane.
We were in like gangland.
It was fucking wild. And then like, and we get back in the car after like spending like 10 minutes in this gas station getting like microwavable burritos and like Frosties and shit. And we get back in the car and we're just like, dude, why did we go here? We had like 20K on us, dude. Like between the two of us.
Crazy.
So
crazy
stupid, dude. So stupid. But like that's what I'm saying. That's the type of shit like you shouldn't do. But
Ponce, let's wrap this up.
all right.
I was literally just about to say.
All right. We got one more question for you, Nick, to wrap this up on. We got to hear the cookie story.
The Cookie Scalise. All right.
Cookie Scalise, that's his name?
That's his last name, Scalise.
Supposedly, right? You've never met this dude.
I've never met this person.
Okay,
no.
cool.
They call him Cookie.
They call him Cookie, though, yeah. But basically, I play at this poker game that's in the back of a bar, and it's all guys that used to work at the railroad together, and they're all like between the ages of 45 and 75 or 80. And some of the like oldest guys there always talk about this dude named Cookie, and that he was like the best card player. He's like their Doyle, you know what I mean? Like they're just like Cookie this, like Cookie was sick apparently, and he would like run the table, and like I think he ran games, and he was like a big bookie.
And the story is that he was so sick that he won a pot with no cards.
With no cards. And so we would always be like, yo, tell us the Cookie story, because these dudes would forget it every week, so they tell us the story. And basically the story goes that they were playing cards either in a break room on the train or on the track or something, or on the side of the street. I can't remember where they were playing, but it was somewhere outdoors, right? Or that had a door like right to the outside. So I think they were sitting on a stoop or on a curb. And they were playing like some sort of game. I don't know what type of poker game. It was probably like some sort of stud variant. And Cookie Scalise's cards went into the. It was like all in on the river, or like whatever it was. It was like all in with one card left maybe. And Cookie's cards went flying, and they went into like the gutter or something. But he just had like such a good rep, like, you know, such a good name, that people were like, all right, well, what'd you have? And he was like, I had the nuts. And they gave him the pot.
You know why that story is really dumb? Is you could just count which cards are missing out of the deck, and you could figure out which is card.
I never said it, dude. I never one time said it. And I heard the story like 6 times minimum.
I'm glad that I wasn't there for the telling of that story, though, because I feel like I wouldn't be able to contain myself.
Yeah.
And I would just be like, why didn't you guys just check what cards were missing out of the deck?
Honestly, they probably did, dude. No they probably did in real time, but then they just bullshitted now that he's dead. Scalise is dead.
Oh, is he? Oh, okay.
Handed down,
yeah, he's dead. I mean, I think so.
Just believed him.
Yeah, the point is that they just believed him because he was like such a good guy.
I hope they didn't check the deck, and I hope he fucking lied.
Yeah. No, they always say it the same, though. He didn't say what cards he had. He says, I have the nuts.
Yeah, he doesn't even say the card. I had the nuts. They're like, all right,
I feel like that's even like more suspicious.
You know who that
it's
is?
Way
that's
more
Cookie.
All right, guys. That's a wrap.
Right.
Thanks for watching, if you're watching.
Thank you to our gambling man guest.
All right.
Yes, thank you, NickyCrack, for joining us here.